Hey everyone, it's great to see you here once again on Dee's Delights. Today we're going to make dump and bake chicken Parmesan casserole. Now to me this sounds pretty darn tasty, but the test will be when we try it. So let's get started. What you're going to need for this is one 16-ounce package of uncooked penny pasta. Well, I don't have any, so I'm going to use a box of garden rotini. We'll see how that works out. 3 cups of marinara sauce, which would be one 24-ounce jar. I am using traditional Prego sauce. 3 cups of water, 1 teaspoon of salt, ground black pepper to taste, 1.5 pounds of raw chicken breast. We're going to dice that into bite-sized pieces. 1 to 2 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese or an Italian blend cheese. Well, I always believe that more cheese is better. So I am going to be using 2 cups. You can shred it yourself or get it at the store, 8-ounce package. 1/2 cup of grated Parmesan, and I'm going to see how much I want of that. Sometimes I don't need quite the amount of Parmesan, but that is totally up to you. 1 cup of panko breadcrumbs. I will be using the 4C brand. And that is pretty much it. You can garnish it with fresh chopped herbs like basil or parsley, but I don't know. I might just sprinkle a little parsley on mine to give it a little color. So let's get started. First, you're going to preheat your oven to 425 degrees and then spray a 9x13 baking dish with non-stick cooking spray. So I'm going to go ahead and get my raw chicken cut up. I'm just going to cut off any gristle or fat that I don't want. Now the neat thing about this is you can just put everything in this one pan, stir and bake. Now I like that. I like simple and easy. So once you've preheated your oven to 425 and sprayed a 9x13 baking dish with non-stick cooking spray, let's go ahead and stir together the uncooked pasta, which is 1 pound of penny pasta. So we'll pour that in there. Put in the marinara sauce, which is about 3 cups, 24 ounces. Water, which is 3 cups. Salt, which is 1 teaspoon. So kind of sprinkle that over. Pepper to taste. I'm just going to sprinkle some on here. I'm going to sprinkle a little Italian seasoning in there. A little onion powder. And just a touch of garlic powder. Let's stir that all together. Now, once I stir that all together, I'm going to go ahead and add my raw chicken. Now first we're going to cover it tightly with aluminum foil. Then we'll be ready to bake it for 30 minutes. I'm just going to kind of put the chicken down in there. You'll want to cover your pan very tightly with your aluminum foil so none of the steam escapes. And at this point we have not used our cheese, our panko breadcrumbs, or grated Parmesan. That goes on next after baking this for 30 minutes. Now time to uncover it. Be very careful because the steam is going to want to escape. There's still a lot of liquid in here, but that's okay. We're going to cook it some more. So go ahead and spread your mozzarella cheese on top. Now it's time to sprinkle your panko on top. And then sprinkle as much or as little Parmesan as you want. Now remember, your pan's still hot, so you'll still need your oven mitts. Just going to sprinkle a little bit of parsley. Off to the oven it goes for another 10 to 15 minutes. I left mine in there for about 10 minutes. Let me just see what I think if the pasta is done. You also want to make sure your chicken is cooked the whole way through, which I feel pretty confident it is, but you don't want to eat any raw chicken. Yep, it's good. And let's just grab a little noodle out of here. Yep, It's good. I'm gonna let it rest for about 15 minutes now. So now is the taste test. See what we think. Pretty darn good. I would rate it about an 8.5 out of 10. Nothing fancy, but it's simple to make. You know, if you're hungry, you'll eat it. So yeah, I could recommend it. So I hope you enjoy your dump and bake chicken Parmesan casserole. Have a great day, everyone. See you soon.